contraptions to mount anything into any vehicle. And my vehicles are older and paid for. I'm afraid I might have to take on another note, which I'm trying to avoid at all cost, because that is what I need to do. And possibly with upcoming children and things, but anyway, driving, etc. Whew, what a world we live in, right? You know, sometimes I just look at it and I'm like, wow. Just wow. For those of you who do not have the benefit of age, if we're still here one day, you'll be sitting here where I am saying wow, but I don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't think so. There's going to be a point in the next, I would say, 10 years where there's going to be a heavy shift, and we're going to either not make that shift or we are going to make that shift. And that shift would mean loss of anything that we hold dear as independence, freedom, etc. If not before then. Now, my Gen X generation will not go down. Well, at least my personality. I know some of them will, but because I've seen them in the last few years. But there'll be some of us that will not go down. There's some behind me that won't go down either. I have a sibling who's 12 years behind me. Whatever that generation is, they're not going down either. Some in that group. Meaning willingly. There are certain ways that it's just not worth living at all. And I know that with all my heart. There's some, not saying that there's no way you should give up. Suicide's not an option. Nor is euthanasia. I'm sorry. There is no easy way out of here. If you believe in the afterlife, you've got to fight to the very end. Fight, fight, fight. And the only reason not to do that is fear and, of course, pain. And you can only pray for mercy when it comes to pain. That God gives you mercy if things are ever to be painful. I don't even know how else to say it. Be brave. Hopefully it'll never come to that at all. But as a mother of children, there's no way I'm going to stand down lightly. And I'm going to ask for help from my source, my creator, for strength. Because this old broad is not going to give up. And I don't know if it's going to get to that point. I mean, I never thought it could get to this point. How can a certain portion of the population try and control things? They said that only like 6% of the American population at the time made the move for the Revolutionary War and made all the difference. So how is it that we're just standing down now? And when simply saying no might actually make a difference, especially in groups. But you can't get people to get a consensus together to stand as a group. I don't understand that. Do you understand that the only reason that you're here is because your past ancestors survived? We are the offspring of the survivors? Because if we weren't, we wouldn't be here. The ones who died. There was nobody to carry on their lineage. We're the offsprings of the survivors, acting like a bunch of lemmings, a bunch of whips. Like what our forefathers and mothers did before us mean nothing. Zilch. Nada. Now, granted, there are a bunch of weasels out there that their forefathers probably hid behind some other of our ancestors. But overall, we have to come from survivors, people who are cunning, who think, who plan, who execute, follow through. There has to be that lineage here, or we wouldn't be here. So I guess decide which one you are and get out of the way of those of us who aren't going to put up with this shit. Because I'm not listening to this crap anymore. You're not telling me anything without my tongue lashing coming back. I don't care. One thing that has happened, the lack of confidence that I had, that existed when I studied all this shit in the last couple of years and I didn't follow along with the propaganda while others were, chastising me and calling me stupid. Well, those like me, we have a level of confidence now. We have a level of being assured of ourselves, because guess what? We were right. And you can F off. Have a nice day. Bye for now.